Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to
The Something Vloggy Friday show.
You sing it so beautifully, darling.
Why, thank you.
Anyway, so it's Friday, which means happy weekend, and we're going to tell you all about the fabulous week that we've had that was basically a disaster from start to finish, was it not?
It was not a disaster
No, I
from
suppose it
start to
wasn't.
finish. We were mildly inconvenienced.
That's right, but mildly inconvenienced has been sort of...
Annoying.
It has. It's been really annoying. So, if you watched the last Friday show, you'll know that my computer went pop and had to go to the Apple Store so that they could unpop it. What it turns out is that the speakers that are in it, one of them went pop. And because of the fact that when they made it, they glued these things to the bit that the keyboard sits in order to replace the speaker, you have to take the whole thing apart and put the new plate on. Now that plate is basically the thing that you start with when you build one of these computers, so in order to do it they have to take everything off, get a new plate, and then move everything into the new one, including the screen and the whole 9 yards. So when we visited the Apple Store, they said, don't worry, it'll be ready by Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. And Tuesday comes along and I thought, haven't had an email or a phone call or anything like that. I wonder how they're getting along. So I thought, I'll give them a call. So I gave them a call and I spoke to a machine, and the machine said to me, if you tell me what you want, I'm a clever machine and I will put you through to the right department. And it then hung up on me.
That's how the robot uprising starts,
yes,
you know.
Probably does. So I phoned Apple Tech Support, and they're sort of the main thing, and they said, oh, well, don't worry, we'll call the shop for you and they'll be able to tell us. So they tried the same thing, and he got back on the phone to me and said, yeah, it does the same thing to me. I then got an email about 5 minutes later from the shop saying unforeseen circumstances had occurred, and so as a result they were going to add an extra 4 days onto the amount of time it was going to take to repair the laptop.
So basically what that means is you didn't get Monday shows on Monday.
No, you got it on Wednesday because the amount of time that losing a single machine sort of adds onto our production schedule.
Not only that, but taking it to be repaired.
Yeah, that was a day.
Yeah. So Monday's show was supposed to be Tretower, Court and Castle, but we put that then on the Wednesday. But if you're a patron, you managed to get it on the Tuesday, a whole day earlier.
Whoa!
The court was really nicely done and cosy, and the woodwork there was stunning actually in places.
It was lovely.
Yeah, they're just the little details that were scattered around. And the castle was basically like a massive folly.
Yeah, you kind of look at it and think, did they build this for any sort of specific reason, like, fighting or anything, or was it just because of the fact that it would look pretty in the garden? And it was a proper castle, but it also looks quite pretty in the garden.
Yeah, so, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yes. Anyway, so that was fascinating. I'm guessing you enjoyed that film.
Yes.
And
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we'd actually like to really hear from you about what you think of what we're doing here. Because, tell us.
So we're not going to tell you where we're going on Monday, but I'm going to show you this image. You've got to guess. You've been finding it too easy recently, so I found an even more obscure image.
Yes.
So good luck.
Somebody will know.
Yeah, somebody always knows.
That's that. So next week you got that coming, which is fun and exciting. And obviously we're going to be running around like loons trying to film as much as we possibly can.
Once we've got the computer back, we'll get rid of that bottleneck, which means we'll be able to turn our editing time round, which means more films, which means yay!
Yeah. Both of us editing at the same time is terrifying, isn't it? And of course, it's the other thing. It's sort of research and things like that. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes just not having a computer that works. And a computer that you're used to is the other thing.
Yeah.
I've been working on Jo's laptop while she's been in the edit suite, and it's an older version of the same machine, quite a lot older, and the keyboard's different. It's a different size, and as a result, I've been typing gibberish. So, there's always that.
Yes, yes. But as long as it's entertaining gibberish.
Oh, no, it's just gibberish.
Ah, well.
You may or may not have noticed that all our films recently have been shot in glorious sunshine, and that's because of the fact that we're having a heat wave.
Everywhere's having a heat wave.
Everywhere seems to be having a heat wave.
Us.
No. You might notice in the background there is normally the sound of trickling water, because over there, where you can't see, there is a trough that is... It's run from there's a little stream that runs into it. It's all very pretty and lovely. And it's dried up.
Even though we've got an oak tree that's kind of growing in the garden, and it's getting scorched.
The leaves are starting to
Even
turn.
the brambles are getting scorched.
Yeah. Apparently bramble season is happening earlier this year. They're producing fruit earlier, I saw on the
Oh, okay.
something or other the other day. So that's as a
Sweated
result
out
of
of them.
it.
So.
Yeah, it slows you down, and where we would normally be sort of running around and filming at breakneck speed, you have to walk slower and do everything slower.
We're tending to do one property in a day as opposed to the 3 that we have been when...
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the trolls from Terry Pratchett that can only think when they're in a cool environment.
It is a bit like that, yeah. Everything is sort of suffering with it. The squirrels are very unhappy about the heat.
We've been putting water out for the poor
Yes,
things.
they've been very, very grateful about that.
Yeah,
But,
and the birds. Although I was woken up this morning by a buzzard trying to eat a bunny, and the bunny had been living under the decking, and I don't know if it's escaped or not, but the buzzard flew off with nothing, so I'm guessing it at least got away. Whether it survived, I don't know. But there was it was...
That was an interesting way to wake up in the
Yeah,
morning,
and
wasn't
I
it?
looked out the window, and the buzzard looked up at me like, "It's got away now, thanks." And I'm like, "You're welcome."
So we will be seeing you on Monday with a film of a mysterious location that you can tell from that image
Yes.
exactly where it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
everybody's going to spot that and go, "Oh, well, I know exactly where that is."
Clearly.
Yeah. And so that's coming to you on Monday, and then of course we'll be back with you on Wednesday with another exciting,
Somewhere that we don't even know.
mysterious.
That's how mysterious that one is.
Well, I know. I'm just not telling you.
So if you haven't already, don't forget to click the subscribe button.
I'm sure they have.
And if you want notifications, click the little bell
To give it some ears.
See you next time.
TTFN.